Why International Women's Day is also a day for men. By on Thursday, March 7, 2019. Image unknown. Across the table from me sits a man crying. He does not try to. I have to say, I am a little dumbstruck. I am used to and seeing the reactions from other cafe goers. It is not hard to see why. Any female crying in public would easily be given looks of sympathy, perhaps a comforting hug or touch from a passerby, but this was not the reaction my friend got. You would have thought while it is true that women have suffered terribly from a masculine-dominated society, on a different level, men have too. They have had to bury. After he cried in the cafe and we hugged it out, my friend drove away on his motorbike for a men's jamming session in a shed, equipped with a 6-pack of cold beer. He knows that he knows it does not mean he has to don high heels and a cute dress. He knows that just as a feminine woman does not need large breasts or the perfect shade of lipstick, my friend demonstrates how a man who embraces his feminine energy does not need to be afraid of losing his masculinity. As we embrace the divine feminine, we find an awakening to all the parts of ourselves that have remained hidden, a deeper connection to our feelings, our emotions, our pleasures, and our bodies. Despite what others in the cafe that day may have thought, my friend really does have his life together. It wasn't always. It is believed healthy and balanced masculine energy can be the source of a nurturing and reliable provider. A great parent. I felt like I had to shut my emotions off, he said to me. I was feeling so. Unfortunately, he is one of many people, particularly men, around the world who have considered this option. While suicide, another recent has listed unhelpful conceptions of masculinity like the ones my friend was trying to live up to, and social isolation as two of the biggest factors in male suicide. On the other hand, when the feminine is embraced, something beautiful can emerge for both genders. Men and women are. The original languages didn't even have he and she. They didn't have What is inspiring is that a shift back to a balance between feminine and masculine energy seems to have already started in the young men of today, as expressed in a. This research found. The report revealed selflessness was the most valued trait for the men studied, aged 15-29. Helping other people. Young Canadian men seem to be holding masculine values that are distinctly different from those of previous generations. These values may, with the tides shifting, albeit slowly, more and more men are also stepping up and helping their partners with child rearing. Every day I pass. Research shows that women's pay and advancement in their careers are significantly impacted by having children. However, following the life-changing event of having a child, researchers have shown that a motherhood penalty often comes into play and mothers are perceived to be less committed, less promotable, and astoundingly, even less competent than their single counterparts. Understanding the changing role of fathers and the enormous impact this can have on working women's career trajectories should be of importance to any employer interested in facilitating women's advancement. In addition to making the workforce a fairer place, men are finding peace by embracing a hands-on role. Anthony, you have this little person who desperately needs you, and nothing in the world is more important to you. And I felt blessed. What these studies point to is a change from a society of gender separateness to one of unity where men and women are equal. There is a collective force rising up on the earth today, an energy of the reborn feminine. This is a time of monumental shift, from the male dominance of human consciousness back to a balanced relationship between masculine and feminine. Women have long known the power of the feminine, harnessing it to create harmony within ourselves and those around us. Without the feminine, if you feel called to celebrate the feminine in our world, we invite you to join us in nonviolent action. On International, we are partnering with and people around the world, to leave the past behind and step into freedom so that men and women alike can rise as a unified one. By joining together, Uplift is dedicated to telling the new story of inspired co-creation. Get free updates and news about Uplift events and films. How will? Wonder why he was contemplating suicide? Perhaps due to how do I get to be a customer? Thanks Anon man, my son is going through a tough divorce situation and I see how disadvantaged some men are. Yes, indeed, true legal equality is needed. And also, women on juries need to not hold stereotypes of women who are raped or sexually abused. Someone I love, we have a long way to go for equality for men and women before the law to be a reality. This site uses Akismet to reduce spam. Unity, peace, and love in a field of transcendence. 2019 Uplift.
Raindrop, truck top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,